Hey everybody, it's Kelly, and today I'm going to bring you something a little special. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do an album share of my very first December daily. So this is in 2007. It's titled Holiday Daily Photos. So this year, 2018, if you're watching this more real time, will be the 12th year I have done a December daily. I believe that this is also the first year that Allie Edwards did a December daily, but I didn't do my first one from her idea. That year I took a class by Heidi Swapp called A Year to Remember at Big Picture Classes, and it literally went a whole year. And in October of that year, we took a month and we did daily photos every day. And then we put them on pieces of cardstock. We made our own book, put them on pieces of cardstock, and wrote a little bit about them. Well, that year, later in the year, my dad passed away. A very close friend of mine passed away within just a couple of months after he did. And I was also separated from my husband at that time. We were later divorced, and I knew I needed something. I loved Christmas. I didn't want all of that to completely derail the season for me. I still wanted to be able to find some joy in the season because I knew my dad and my friend would be really sad if their passings affected me that much. And of course they're going to affect me, but I figured that if I did this, that it might help me see and find joy in the little things, which is what it did in October of that year as well, because my dad had passed away by that time, and my friend was very ill. She passed away on November 1st. So anyway, I decided to do this project and use that kind of format. So that's why you'll see the title of this is Daily Photos 2007, and then I took this little, I took a label maker. I actually owned that was really trendy then, and just wrote Holiday Daily. This paper is from a basic gray Christmas collection. I made my own album, so I took chipboard, and I'll untie this because this is how we did our first one, our October album, and we just punched holes and put ribbon, in my case grosgrain ribbon, through. So I just lined the chipboard, and this really is holding up pretty well considering that it is now 12 years old. So this year I started my December daily, or holiday daily, which is what I call them for a very long time, album on Thanksgiving. I also did that for many, many years afterwards. So you'll see that sometimes labeled in my like in my videos and in my Flickr account, sometimes they were labeled holiday versus December daily. I will attach the playlist for my previous two December dailies that I actually recorded. So that would be 2016 and 2017. I'll put that in the description box. And I will also add in my Flickr either playlist or my Flickr channel, so that you can go there and look at the playlist, because that will include the 2013, 14, 15, 16, 17, and eventually 2018 playlists as well. So I just thought this might be kind of fun, because I wanted to show you that you don't have to make December daily as complicated as it's become. And I'm planning on also videoing two other of my very early December dailies as well too, to show you we've made it so much more complicated than it actually has to be. Now, I enjoy that process, but I think some people get a little involved in it and never finish the book because it becomes too involved for them. I tend to do it every day or every few days. Now, the last 2 years prior to this, I've done it every day because I videoed them. That's my intent this year. But sometimes you can't get it done. But if you do it a day later or so, that's much better. I have always finished my albums on January 1st or 2nd. I do not let myself get that far behind, because I know what will happen. Plus, I like doing it real time. So let's just go through this really quickly. So this is my family minus my dad on on Thanksgiving that year. Here's my two nephews. They're both married, and this guy here has a baby who's 4 months old right now. So that's just crazy. And then on the back of this, so I did the photo, and then on the back, I'm going to show you this, and this is just cardstock. I took a journaling stamp, and it may have been even a printable. I think it might have been a printable. It's not a journaling stamp. It was a printable that Heidi gave us. And then I wrote day one, the date, and then all about the photo. So I'm just going to flip through this really quickly. So like you can see different things I'm doing. Here's a candle. A friend sent me a parrot care package for the book club. I guess here's a rub-on right here. So I did do a few little things here. There's a rub-on that says the joy of discovery. And then here's another rub-on that says bundle up. I still have this coat and I love it after all these years. Some more rub-ons. So these I think are basic gray rub-ons as well. But that's how simple this is. Most of these pages are just the story with the photo. There's an advent calendar. This is I remember I actually scrapbooked this picture. I had a snapdragon. I love snapdragons. They were in my wedding bouquet, actually. And this one I called Snowsicle because it was still blooming in the midst of the snow. And we had a lot of snow that year. Christmas tree like my grandmother's. And there's my snow stick where I started measuring snow. I'm going to turn this way because you guys will be able to see this a little bit better. Just a little piece I bought. Some of my decor. This is a stocking that dates back to when I was 4 years old. So that makes it 54 years this year. And then these are some close-in shots of Christmas trees here. I remember this photo. I was at a Christmas concert and I took a picture of the window. This is a picture of a calendar we did for a year to remember. So they're calendar pages. So that's what that is. This is my house. There's the snow. We got a ton of, like I said, a ton of snow that year. I was just trying to see if it says, just says this one came with ice to see how much snow. It didn't say, but like we had over 100 inches. So this is a picture of the hat I was wearing. I have like a kind of a modified cowboy hat. And it was snowing so hard. I was shoveling more than once a day. And my poor hat was full of snow. This picture I take every year now pretty much. These are my Christmas cards stamped and ready to go, and there's just another little rub-on there and another rub-on here. A little bit of, I'm sharing, I think I'm donating clothes here if I remember correctly. Yes. My favorite tea, and it still is my favorite tea. And another rub-on. Back when rub-ons, I mean they're back now, but boy they were popular. And there's more snow pictures for those of you who live in the South. That truck eventually got buried by the snow. Like it was up to the top of that tailgate by the end of that winter. It was crazy. So here's the date, definitely the time that basic gray was so hot, because these are basic gray ornaments that I made. Here's a picture that I take every year pretty much now too. It's a picture of my wrapping. I like to remember that. Now the thing I do though is I include a piece of the wrapping paper. And then this is a little ornament that I got for all of my family with my dad's name on it. It's an angel. My Christmas cards that year. Another gift from a close friend of mine, just because people were sending me things because they knew it was a hard year. And then that rub on there. You have to love your good friends, right? And again, it's the photo and on the back, the story. And this is a printable now that I remember, because I printed it and then I cut them out. Our presents to my siblings and I always have a homemade component, so I made a special popcorn for them. This is a picture I take almost every year and document as well, making sugar cookies. And this is another gift from a friend of mine. So this is kind of amazing. It's all the birthstones for all the people in my family, including my nephews. So my mom, my brother, sister, and I, and then my sister-in-law and brother-in-law, and then my 2 nephews are smaller, and then this, and my dad's on here too, now that I think about it. I forgot about that. This, I'm going to show you, this is an angel. I still wear this bracelet, is an angel, and it's August because that's the month that my dad went to heaven, his heavenly birth date. So I thought that was really cool. This is my sister and brother-in-law looking really young. A little bit more decor for the holiday. There's more snow pictures here. I'll let those of you who live in the south of the United States, I should say, or in really warm climates. This was just a crazy snow year. And then me making a layout about our Christmas that year. And look at that. Stamps and ink. Oh my gosh, I remember those. I don't remember what they were called, but old stamps. And Heidi Swap stamp. A special, oops, and I just kind of wrecked that page, but that's okay. And a special card that my mom made for all of us. So, and then lastly, oh, I was losing weight this year, so I made a layout, a before and after layout, and did that. So that is as simple as your December daily can be. It's cardstock, it's a homemade chipboard album, and you tie together some letter stickers on the front, you're done. So, you know, even though these products are old, I think that lesson is there because I don't know if you heard this, but my voice was smiling looking at a lot of those photos again from 12 years ago and remembering those little times, and most of it was happy. It wasn't sad, and that's exactly what this was supposed to do. It's exactly what this project is about. If you do Journal Your Christmas, Shamel started that project for herself when she had a very bad year and she wanted to try to find joy in this season. So there's a lesson in all of us for that. So hope you guys are well. I will be back with a couple of other albums. I think I'm going to do 2 more. And then very shortly, or it may already be up, my Christmas prep video is up. Will be up for the products I'm going to be using and how I arrange them. I already have a video up for my December documented kit that I'm going to be using from L Studio. And then I'll be doing a video of the cover for 2018 as well. But if you're not watching this in 2018, that's fine because it doesn't really matter. This lesson is true all year. So hope you guys are well, and I'm so looking forward to sharing my next Christmas album with you, whatever year it may be. Bye!